finally spring and time to celebrate spring holidays. Easter and Passover are the perfect occasions for holiday entertaining, and the Nordic Ware Factory store has all you need to pull it off. Make all of their favorites, from roasts to buns to grand size popovers to cute Easter-themed desserts. Shop local at the Nordic Ware Factory store in St. Louis Park today.
All right, just seeing all those pans makes you think like, what could we make? What could we do? We're going to do something delicious right now. Every Monday, we like to get your week started with simple weeknight recipes. This one, you could have said, is this a weeknight recipe? I would have said absolutely not. It has a fancy name, sounds a little bougie, but apparently it's super easy to make.
It's real bougie. So Rachael Perron from Kowalski is here for Cookavon. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I've heard like 3 different pronunciations now. Like, and you were saying earlier, like, you don't really say the N at the very end. It's
well, I have a feeling that none of us have said it to the level that a real French speaker would.
We've offended all of France.
We've probably all done it wrong.
Yeah,
I will take on that responsibility. You guys did your best to correct me, but it just sounds like a Cookavon.
It means chicken and wine, though, and I really thought that this was like a long process.
Well, it takes a while to cook. It does sit on the stovetop for about 35 minutes at the end. But as far as the process and what we're going to do, we've done all this stuff before, you guys. So it's just putting it together in different layers. And I have 2 skillets here, but I want to prove to you that you can actually do this in one skillet.
Okay.
Wow,
so it's really just one pan, which I think is another thing that makes things seem kind of complicated.
But this is TV time.
But TV time, we had to start already.
All right, I got to put things back here.
Do you need gloves or something?
I don't know. I just want to be here.
And I'm excited that you've never made this before.
I've never made it.
I'm surprised because I know you're a really good cook, and I know you're going to love this dish, but you can do this. So
I'm
the first
a good cook. You're a really good cook.
No, you're really, really good too. So I cooked some bacon. So about 4 strips of bacon. I already cooked it. Everybody knows how to cook bacon. Chop it up. That I saved the fat and a little bit of oil, and then I also had to cook some mushrooms and onions. This is a pack of mushrooms, a couple of onions.
Just that.
I want to eat that.
I could stick a fork in that and eat it too, but
too.
we're going to set aside. This is part of our finishing of our dish, and right now we're going to get started on the chicken part of the chicken and wine. So I've got a skillet, and normally, again, you'd have a little bit of your leftover bacon fat, maybe add a little oil. We're just going to put our chicken pieces in here and start searing them.
So you've got like this is what, a half a chicken cut up in pieces?
This is 4. I usually do 4 thighs and 4 drumsticks. And you can do all thighs or all drumsticks, whatever you like. The thing I like about this cut and about this dish is bone-in, skin-on chicken is great because
I think it's the best too.
It doesn't overcook. The bone insulates it against overcooking, and also the skin keeps it moist and keeps the meat juicy. So this is a great cut of chicken. Use the drumsticks, use the thighs, whatever you want.
And the whole thing about all these companies being like, it's all white meat as like that's a selling point, that's a not selling point. I mean,
for me, I agree, because it has a lot of flavor, the dark meat.
I'm like, if it's all white meat, I don't want it.
Yeah, and I think this is more forgiving. I mean, the temperature, the cooking, and when you're doing thighs and drummies, like, you don't have to worry about, like, is it undercooked, is it overcooked? It's always moist when it's done.
It's going to be moist, it's going to have a lot of flavor, and especially in a dish like this, it's going to taste fabulous. We're going to turn that here and again. What we're trying to do with this chicken here is get a little color on it because it looks good. When it looks good, it tastes good, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to also render off a little bit of the fat from the skin to flavor the dish in the end. But the most important thing that we're really trying to do here is give the skin a different texture, because this is not going to cook through at this point. It's going to cook through later. We just want to make sure that that skin's not too flabby in the end.
Yeah.
Because we do want to eat the skin. It's delicious. But if we don't firm it up a little bit here at this point, it's going to be really flabby later. And we're not gonna like it.
So as long as it's crispy, just looking for the crispiness.
And it's really not going to stay crisp, but it's going to, again, it's going to tighten up a little bit. So it's not too loose, I guess, is the bottom line.
Yeah.
I'm going to cook a little mirepoix in here, another French word for you.
Now, I know this one.
Go see?
Yeah, I know this one. This is kind of classic.
This is a classic. This is a combination of onions, carrots, and celery. We sell this already chopped up in the produce department, so you can buy it, or you can chop up an onion, some carrots, some celery, whatever you have at home.
This is a nice little shortcut, though.
It's a nice little hack for soup, stew, sauces. In this dish, of course, it's just going to add some really great layers of flavor. Then we're going to put that into a skillet. And normally I would do the chicken sear, take it out, and then I would go ahead and put this in the same skillet. But again, TV food, we're just going to use 2 skillets here.
Yep.
We're going to add a little bit of thyme. I'm using fresh. You can use
like 5 minutes?
Dried. A little bit of thyme.
You just have to. You can't not have a time joke.
I know, you like the time jokes.
Bay leaf, I like just one little bay leaf in there. I'm just gonna give it a nice little background note. Some salt and pepper.
Okay.
And then eventually, we're gonna cook here again, but we put the garlic in kind of towards the end.
Okay.
You know, once this is mostly done, you can go ahead and throw it in for now.
Okay.
You don't want the garlic to cook in there too long because it'll, get too dark and it'll get a little bit bitter.
I saw it. I saw there's like too much left in there. You got to get the rest.
In there, I get stressed.
That's about 4 cloves of garlic, by the way. So
Okay.
again, basic saute. We've done this before. Nothing really fancy. Once we've crisped the chicken on both sides, and again, we're going to do a little bit of pretend here.
A little bit of cheating.
That we've got a little color. We want this to be much darker at home. But once your chicken is seared and you've got that skin crispy, we're going to put it into our skillet with our mirepoix. And then we got to add the wine, guys, because this is chicken and wine,
Chicken
right?
and wine.
Yeah, I was wondering when the wine was
Where's
going
the
to come
wine
into play.
Wine, normally with coq au vin, the wine is red, by the way. But we're doing a coq au vin blanc because I like it for spring. It's a little brighter, a little fresher, it's a little bit different. So we put in a whole bottle of wine.
Whoa,
A whole bottle.
And we're going to cover it.
Style.
Cover it with a lid and turn it down to like just where it's bubbling around the very outside edges of the dish. And you're going to give that about 35 minutes. Turn it about halfway through. The chicken will be perfectly done.
Oh my gosh.
all the way.
Rachel, you are.
This is one of my favorite chicken dishes
This
ever.
is the best chicken ever. You are a real gift. That is unbelievable. I'm making that this week.
If you get a bite with all the veggies, the bacon, a little bit of skin from the chicken.
Yeah, so that's it.
good.
Just finish it with the bacon and some herbs at the end. That's it. Put the mushrooms back in, put the bacon in there.
And you're good to go.
You're the best.
Recipes
Thank you.
are on our website, twincitieslive.com/recipes.